My name is Maria Seddio, and I am the author of the Wash Monologues and the founder of the Washline project. And I'm proud to say that I come from a long line of washerwomen. This is the story of Wash. Wash began with a poem that I wrote in 1995 that was dedicated to my mother. The poem began, "My mother didn't believe in church. She believed in hanging laundry." And this was true because when our mother Yolanda was at her wash line, she was at complete ease and in her element, her state of grace. As children, we would play at the wash line for countless hours in our backyard. There we experienced a spiritual sanctuary linked to a rich and wonderful sensory experience. This experience connected me to the legacy of the wash line, and it helped me to imagine all of the women everywhere since the beginning of time, down at the riverbanks and in their backyards, working side by side, often under very difficult conditions, creating community, being supportive and playful with each other, washing their clothes, and cleaning up the mess. And more recently, marching together to make their point. These women are not wallflowers. They are willing to hang out the dirty laundry and stand their ground. But not just women, because there are men also who come to the wash line. I began seeing wash as a prism, everywhere and in everything, a point of entry into my imagination. And the washerwomen were iconic. There were so many examples in art, music, literature. I began exploring wash as a rich metaphor. Birth, life, death, water, work, grief, shame, renewal, cleansing, bathing, dirty words, hope, and especially belief in a new day. I studied the history of wash and I related to the strength of the washerwomen. I connected to the entire community of washerwomen, this unbroken chain, this sense of oral history over time. I imagined all their stories, many of them never to be heard, stories in isolation. And I thought especially of the women of the displacement camps, those who are left to start from scratch and manage the mess in the aftermath of war. I saw the need to reverse the brainwashing, all the bias, hate, prejudice, and oppression that is embedded everywhere. That begins when? Perhaps at the very start, when we ask that first question, is it a boy or a girl? And the stories of inequality are compounded thereafter. And so to express this connection in honor of my mother and in solidarity with women whose stories have not been told, I began writing the monologues in 1996. Marta and Hallie were the first of 10. I met the poet Amber Past at a wash event in 2005. She is such a force of nature, an alchemist of sorts, and co-founder of the Taller Leñateros, a wonderful bookmaking collective in San Cristobal, Mexico. Together we started collaborating on the book as one example of wash. It is built like an altar, and the monologues are tucked within a small missal in a niche off to the side. Everyone is involved. Amber, Marouche, Adriana, Tamana, Julio, and the Riverbank women. And Marouche blessed the project and embroidered the cover. By the way, you should know that she is the virgin mother of 7 children. And together with her children, they are embroidering the washcloths. In this way, we are seeking to honor and preserve that which is most precious, the creation of community through meaningful work and the transmission of skills and knowledge from one generation to another. Wherever I go, this is what's on my mind, and I just can't stop talking about the Washline. Because, like you, I see the need to care more. I see the need for cleanup. And I want to keep hope alive for the next generation. So I am looking in every possible way to open up the conversation in every possible venue. And so I'm inviting you also to get involved, to share your story of WASH. This is a call for participation, and everyone has a WASH story.